Welcome to the deep dive. We're jumping straight into some really fascinating material shared with us from the Children's Play Therapy Clinic.
We are, yeah. And the mission today is all about decoding your child's actions.
Exactly. It's about moving past just looking at a behavior and trying to figure out what they're actually, communicating.
That's it.
Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. The foundation of the clinic's whole approach is, well, it's actually quite simple when you think about it.
It is. I mean, think of it like this. If you see a child shivering, your first thought is to get them a jumper, isn't it?
Of course. Or if they're coughing, you think about medicine.
Right. And what they're saying is that behavior is the very same. It's a signal, a tantrum, or, refusing to do something. That's the child's way of showing you there's an emotional need that isn't being met.
So our job is to learn how to hear that language.
Precisely. To hear it when they just don't have the adult words for these huge feelings like frustration or anger or even fear.
Which brings us to the big question then. Why does that communication sometimes look so chaotic? The hitting or the screaming.
Oh, this is the really interesting part from a biological standpoint. During that kind of intense emotional moment, the source material is clear that a child's brain it's basically under siege.
Their thinking brain just switches off.
It does, yeah. The part for reasoning, for listening, it's offline. The clinic has a great phrase for it, the compassion of timely instruction.
Meaning you can't teach a child while they're drowning in emotion.
You just can't. You have to wait for the calm first. That's when the learning and the reflection can happen.
And of course, age matters a great deal here, doesn't it? A full-blown meltdown from a 3-year-old is one thing.
It's developmentally normal, yeah. But the same behavior from a 6 or 7-year-old, well, that might be signaling something different.
And knowing that helps you, as a parent, respond with support instead of, punishment.
It does. It absolutely changes the game. Which brings us to the actual response in that moment.
Right. How do you handle that behavior without feeling like you're just, I suppose, giving in or condoning it?
That's the challenge, isn't it? So the clinic suggests this really clear 3-step approach. First, you just observe. Calmly and without judgment, make sure everyone's safe.
Okay, step 1, observe.
Step 2 is to ask yourself that key question. What is my child trying to communicate here? What's the feeling underneath all this?
And then step 3.
You respond to that underlying need, not just to the behavior on the surface.
Can you give us an example of that, like the classic homework refusal?
A great one. That's so often just stress, isn't it? So instead of forcing it, you acknowledge the feeling first. You might say, I can see you're really frustrated with this, and that's okay.
So you're validating the feeling itself.
You are. The feeling is always valid. It's the expression of the feeling that we need to work on. So you help them by, say, breaking the task down into smaller bits.
So that's not about just getting through the tantrum. It's about using the calm time afterwards to build a new skill.
That's it, exactly. And this is where play is just so powerful.
The role playing.
Yes. Once they're calm, you can practice. You can use puppets or draw. You could say, show me with the puppets how angry you felt. Or, can you draw that big, hot feeling for me?
So you're giving them another way to express it.
An appropriate way. And you encourage them to come up with solutions. Next time you feel that way, what could you do? Could you go to your room for a break?
So you're empowering them. It helps them see there's nothing wrong with them or their feelings.
Not at all, no. They just need to learn how to let those big feelings out safely.
And when you connect all this to the bigger picture, you're really teaching emotional literacy. You're building that trust.
It transforms these really tough moments into opportunities, doesn't it?
It does. The big lesson here for anyone listening is to learn to listen to your child's language.
Instead of just expecting them to speak yours, you're validating the feeling, showing them that it's normal to feel angry or jealous.
And by doing that, you're showing them that the issue isn't who they are, but just about learning a better, more constructive way to express it.
That's it in a nutshell.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you to take away. What alternative, non-verbal form of expression, like drawing or just moving, might you model for your child this week?